Hi, and welcome back into the kitchen with me today. My name is Elaina, owner and instructor at Healthy Eats Classroom, and today I am joined by my good friend and business associate, Allie, and she is the owner of Local Beet Meal Prep here in Yakima.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be making spring rolls and showing you my peanut sauce recipe that pairs really well with it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So before we get cooking and show you our spring rolls, I'm going to go through a few of the ingredients that I want to highlight in the video. And also, we're going to show you two different spring roll recipes. One is a take on a Hawaiian tropical feeling spring roll with a citrus hoisin dipping sauce. And the other one is more of a traditional Thai or Vietnamese spring roll with a delicious peanut sauce that Allie's going to show us in just a little bit. Spring rolls are so great because they're something that you can make easily ahead of time. If you're going to prep the inside ingredients, all you have to do is just chop them. You can either put them on a plate like I did, or you can put them in a sectioned container where you can go ahead and chop everything, put the lid on, put it in your fridge, and then they're ready to go whenever you're ready to make the spring rolls. If you do make the spring rolls ahead of time, you want to put them in a container with a wet paper towel, and that's going to keep them from drying out. So the best thing to do is to go ahead and prep your ingredients. So for the traditional spring roll, I have the lettuce already washed, the cucumbers cut up. I have a little bit of a baked tofu, and baked tofu is something that you can find at most grocery stores. Now you can use a regular extra firm tofu if you like, but the baked tofu is nice because it adds a little bit more flavor. We're also using some fresh herbs in our traditional, some mint and a little bit of basil. You can use regular basil or Thai basil. And then in our Hawaiian one, I've already mixed up the purple cabbage and the bagged cabbage. And this is just a traditional classic coleslaw mix that you can get at the store. I added a little bit of cilantro to it, some sliced red bell pepper, and then lime juice just to freshen it up a little bit. This is going to go into the fridge and just be kept this way until you're ready to roll and make the spring rolls. For the citrus hoisin dipping sauce for our Hawaiian or traditional spring rolls, I'm going to use a hoisin sauce. You can get that at most grocery stores. Now, it's not gluten-free, so if you're gluten-free, then skip that part and use coconut aminos instead. There is a little bit of coconut aminos already in the sauce, and we're going to use two different citrus fruits, orange and a little bit of lime, which is both of our favorites. The citrus just gives it a nice bright flavor and something that is really going to wake up the rest of the spring roll. So Allie's going to now show us her quick and easy peanut sauce recipe, and it has just 5 ingredients, right? It's pretty simple?
Yeah, so I wanted to make a simple peanut sauce with using ingredients that you probably already have at home. So we're going to be using creamy peanut butter, lime juice. I used the Bragg liquid amino, and you can get this pretty much anywhere. I like to say I'm efficient, so I like to use pre-minced garlic, some water, and then some red pepper flakes to top off your peanut sauce with.
So when you add things to the blender, what do you want to start with in order to make it easier to blend?
Great question. So you want to start with adding your liquids into the blender. That way when you're adding something like peanut butter that's really thick, it blends a lot easier.
So let's go ahead and add the ingredients and get this peanut sauce made.
We have lettuce going in, and then some water. You hit this number 2. We have everybody knows. You hit garlic. But if you want to use regular garlic, and then this is half cup of peanut butter. I think you never have to. And lid on this, so put this on here. The one thing about a peanut sauce is that when it's in the refrigerator, as it starts to cool, it starts to also harden. I personally prefer my peanut sauce to be a little bit more runny because I know it's going to eventually harden a bit more.
And if it does that while it's in the fridge, you can either let it warm up on the counter, you can pop it in the microwave for just a little bit, or you could add just a little titch more water to it, and it's perfectly fine.
All right.
Yum.
Yummy. My favorite here is your peanut sauce.
Can I lick the spoon?
Yes.
Score. I'm going to do that later.
And then you just top it off with your red pepper flakes. So I like to make that really pretty.
And spicy. If you don't love red pepper flakes or you're not a heat person like me, you can leave those off. It's really easy to do that. And that's why I love this recipe so much. It's really good for different palates. So if you like heat or you don't like heat, then just leave the red pepper flakes off and you're good to go. So the spring roll wrappers that we're using today for both of the spring rolls is just this rice paper, and you can get this at most grocery stores. You also have a big bowl of water, and you want to have a bowl that's big enough to dip your whole spring roll wrapper in. And I like to use 2. I double them up. It's kind of my kitchen hack. And I like this because if you get them too soft or you have something that's a little bit more pointy on the end, like your lettuce, then it's not gonna puncture through as much, and it's gonna make for a sturdier wrapper. I'm gonna start with my 2 spring rolls. We're gonna dip it in the water together, and we're gonna just let this sit in here for, I'd say, about 20 seconds. And I don't like to overdo it, so once they become really soft, they're going to break apart and they're not going to be as easy to wrap. So you almost want them to be a little bit more firm, like this. And if something didn't get wet in the process of dipping it in, just use your fingers and kind of smooth it out like that. And now we're ready to roll. Adding some basil, you can use the Thai basil, a little bit of mint, but I like on the outside of the wrapper to lay something down, either one of your leaves of basil, or in my case, I'm gonna lay down my sliced mango, and I'm gonna show you in the tip videos how to cut this. So I'm gonna lay those down towards the end of my little pile of spring roll ingredients. And then I also have a little bit of avocado that I'm gonna lay in there. And what else do you got going on over there?
I'm gonna add some coleslaw into this. And what I ended up doing, which was something you taught me, but behind the lettuce, we're using the butter lettuce, I put the mint and the basil. That way when we wrap it up, you can kind of see it and it looks really nice, because you eat with your eyes.
Okay, so to wrap these, I'm gonna start with my sides first. So wrap one side in, wrap the other side in, and then pull up from the back, so the closest part to you, and then kind of push forward and kind of stretch your spring roll over.
In.
Yep, like a little burrito. And then really sharp knife works well for this. Push down with a nice sharp knife, and that's gonna help cut your spring roll.
And then here's what I was talking about with the basil and mint. You can kind of see it right there, which is
that's
really
beautiful.
nice.
Cool. Add this to my platter over here.
Yummy.
Make it all look pretty. Ooh. Ooh, and she added a little bit of mango to hers, and that is totally fine. Add whatever you want. You could do shredded purple cabbage, mango, avocado, bell peppers, even to the more traditional ones. So here are our beautiful spring rolls. Mine is the tropical Hawaiian spring rolls with the citrus hoisin dipping sauce. A great meal during the week, quick, easy lunch, and something that you can easily whip together for your family.
And here we have the more traditional spring rolls with the peanut sauce, with the baked tofu, the lettuce, cucumbers, my favorite, the mangoes, which I think go great with that peanut sauce. And also it's just a great way to sneak in more veggies throughout your day.
And I just love this peanut sauce. You're gonna love it too. 5 ingredients, things that you're gonna have on hand and easily can whip together in no time at all. So thank you for joining us in the kitchen today. We hope you enjoyed both of these recipes. And if you want more recipes, you can check me out at healthyeatsnutrition.com. And I'm so excited that Allie was able to join us today. Hopefully she'll be back to share more of her recipes from Local Beat Meal Prep. You can check her out on Facebook and Instagram as well, and on her website at localbeatmealprep.com.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed this video and coming into the kitchen with us. Have fun in the kitchen, and we'll see you next time.